You on?
Yeah, come on, I'm ready.
All right. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Shema
and Kakodash.
Kakadash.
Double honors to our apostles, a great millstone, that rule with honor and with diligence. Honor to you brothers out there pushing his truth and love and sincerity. Wake up the elect. Peace be to the elect and those, sighing and crying, and their families as well, man. We want to say peace to you. Lord's will, man. The Lord give us mercy in these evil times that we're living in, man. And we're just gonna get right to it, man, because this lesson is, about, you can see this whole Esau, kind of demonizing relationships between the so-called black man and the so-called black woman. You know, he's demonizing relationships for the sake of status. You know, family, family and status are two different things. You know, when I was growing up, family was about.
It's like I'm trying to. You just said that a video popped in my head about not Condoleezza Rice. What's the Congress woman? The real smart chick, real pretty. Shit. I forgot her name. Let me go ahead. Go ahead. I ain't mean to interrupt you. Let me try.
No, that's okay.
What the fuck is her name? Anyway, I got the video. Her. What's her name?
I don't know. You.
She was. Everybody be hating her because she's smart as shit, but she brought out something about the families and what you were just saying.
Yeah. Well, it's cool if you get it, then that's cool. Yeah. But yeah, man, this whole breaking up of the whole family structure is being set up to leave women defenseless when these soldiers come. So you won't have no men in the home, so they can pretty much do what they want to do with you. These soldiers, these foreign soldiers, these UN troops that's here, they want to do what they want to do with these women over here, man. In Illinois, the state of Illinois is about to get the taste. Now, it's a lot of fine women in Chicago, man. Every time I go to Chicago, you see beautiful sisters, man. But after January 1st, man, what do you think is going to start happening to a lot of these single women when these fucking wars break out? When people have that sense of lawlessness. When men have the sense of lawlessness, they feel empowered. And what do empowered men do if they ain't got the right spirit on them, man? What the hell they want to do, man? They see ain't gonna be no in Illinois. Ain't gonna be no. Hey, baby, how you doing? You want to go out? Ain't no. I'm like, you may have certain weak men that be in that spirit. And I'm not saying that's necessarily weak if you ask a woman out, but a lot of these men gonna start doing what the hell they want to do. They not gonna be trying to woo nobody. If it's lawlessness, you can get away with murder in certain instances. That's lawlessness, man.
I got something.
And the first one on the list of endangerment when lawlessness is presented is women, man.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this whole I want to make this, but there's this whole push of women not being with men, a fuck nigga free, and the man, you got to pay all the rent, and I could just use my money for what the fuck I want. There's this whole push of the family, the destruction of the family unit. The family is created is two people helping one another. It ain't never been one person. Back in the day when men could afford to make enough money to supply for a household, then they did it. But in this current setup and economy, it's two people working together. No, and the scriptures say, man, when a man get a woman, he get a possession like unto himself. So if a woman is like unto a man, that's like you two in the same body. If whatever I do to hurt this person should hurt me, because that's like unto himself. You're not gonna do nothing to fuck him up because you want him to be on point to keep the family operating. You're not gonna add extra stress in his life because you see he got to go out here and provide. A lot of men don't hardly get even sleep at night because they got some demon, some dragon over them, telling them, putting stress on them over shit that's unnecessary. If you got food, if you got clothes, you got a roof over your head. The scriptures say having food and raiment be there with content. And that's food and clothes. But you got people that got warm running water, showers, electricity, internet, got every fucking thing and still can't be pleased. Can't be satisfied, man. You got to do every fucking thing by yourself. That's not a family unit. That's a single woman with a husband. You got to do everything. If the man ain't paying everything, what? What's the use of even having that? If a man got to pay everything, he would rather go and get a prostitute, go and get a hooker, and do his due and be like, I'm not gonna provide for another motherfucker's life. And then women this day want men to do that, and they're not gonna cook for you, they're not gonna wash your clothes. It's gonna be you just a fucking slave, bro. And that mindset got a lot of men looking at women like, fuck you bitches. And then when lawlessness is presented into that, it's going to be a fucking problem for y'all, man. It's going to get bad. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, this is Lamentations 5:1. He said, remember, O Lord, what is come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold to us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest.
Yeah, we don't have no rest, man. It's a controversial video on the internet. A man, a so-called white woman, she looked like a Jake, because she was built like a sister. Grabs the brother's his braid and say, I want to be pulling on that tonight. And then the so-called black woman is hating.
Yeah, hating.
You hating on that, but if he was with you, he wouldn't be. I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
You play too many fucking games.
Yeah.
It's like, man, why would you want to be in a situation that's being made hard on you for no reason when you can get something that's easier.
And I mean,
No,
the reason I read this scripture is because, and this is all about design too. Our women have been. We look back. We often say sometimes account back in Martin Luther King days. All that the destruction of the family came. That's what that video was about. I still can't remember. Condoleezza Owens. Her last name is Owens. I forget the first name. I want to say Condoleezza Owens, but I'm getting her and Condoleezza Rice mixed up. But she goes into that video and says that the destruction, you have to realize everything in America has been systematically put in play against Jake. So it's been systematically put into our women to be like this. Then they just fell into it. Because the scriptures is prophesied in the scriptures that they weren't going to be for us. So we and us as me and this Yahweh Shai, we know what to look for, man. You can't, and the elders apostles been telling us for years, man. You can't put your trust in these women, man.
Yep, and and that's you said something. It's against the man,
Right.
And check this out. The scriptures say that the head of man is who?
Yeah.
Yahweh Bashim Shai, the Lord.
Yeah.
The head of man is the Lord, and the head of woman is the man. So if everything is destroyed, the man, that's destroying the woman's connection to the Lord.
Yeah.
Because if that man is serving the Lord, you automatically gonna get a pass if you do well. If you're not a hoe, if you're not hoeing on that man, if you're not giving him hell every fucking day, to where it's interrupting. Because if it's interrupting what the Lord set to do for that man, the Lord will remove you out of that man's life so he can continue on his journey. You know?
Yeah.
But you know, it's systematically set up to destroy the man because the so-called white man knows, you know, he knows that the man is the hedge over the woman.
Right.
The man is the way to back to the Lord.
Yeah.
So everything is to attack the men of Israel.
Yeah.
Everything that's set in place is to destroy us.
Time.
And even you've been weaponized. The so-called black woman, Latin woman, you know, and some of these Native American women even have been weaponized to work against the man, you know, because you've been given liberty.
Yeah, and that's the whole starting up. Like I said, everything is systematic. You know, first they broke that because they found out that they was asking how was Martin Luther King and how was all this stuff being funded, and they found out it was the black family. So right after they got rid of Martin Luther King, they started on the family, and that's where the welfare came in. They said, "Hey, but look, it's more money for you to get." Remember that old clip they had of the dude gave the interview with the black girls. They were real young. And they was asking, "You want to get married?" And they was like, "No, I don't want to." So they planted that seed because it's easy. Hey, go to the scripture you said you got at the beginning.
Genesis the 3rd chapter. Start at verse 1.
Yeah,
man, because you know, bro, see Satan gave Eve, which is a so-called black woman, Adam and Eve were brown-skinned people. You know, they were like us, man. You know, but the Lord, so like Satan told Eve, man, look, you can do what the fuck you want to do. You don't have to follow him. You can be over him. You know, hey, you can be over him. You don't have to do what your husband say. Do what I say. And that's the same thing that these devils are doing today. You don't have to do what that man say. You don't have to be that man is beneath you. You can rise up far above that man and succeed him. You don't need him. But the thing is, these women in Illinois, they're gonna find out that they need protection. Protection is going to become a commodity. And when protection becomes a commodity, these women is gonna be seeking men out, and then a lot of these men are like, no, fuck that. If you run towards a lot of these men, you gonna get your ass fucked up, man, because we remember the fuck nigga free and all that shit. We remember that, you know. So and Kevin Samuels, he made a point before he died. He said, "Look, why should we protect you?" He said, does the white man have to ask the white woman if she belonged to him? He said, no. Does the Hispanic woman have to? The Hispanic man have to ask the Hispanic woman, do she belong to him? He said, do the Chinese woman have to ask do the Chinese man have to wonder if the Chinese woman belonged to him? And all those answers was no. But then when he asked the woman, do you women, do y'all belong to us? And she got, you know, and she's a psychiatrist, and she got stumped on that question. Mm-hmm. You know,
right.
Because they know they're against us. But what they don't know is this is going to backfire. You're not going to get that same covenant this time that you made with Satan. This time it's gonna end in blood, man. This time you're being fully deceived, and it's not gonna go well, man. It's not gonna go well when you on the line of 13 martial law troops humping on you and getting they feeling you, and you ain't had nobody to protect you. One man subdued you and held you down, and other men, when they got other men, now you getting the train run on you because you didn't have a man in the house.
Ready for the taking.
Go ahead, brother. They say it's a setup.
They ready.
They want you to be alone so they can get their feel. I saw those UN troops over there when I was in the war. They was looking at so-called black woman grabbing their rods and salivating over you, man. And now you telling me they finna be able to come over here?
Yeah.
They gonna get your ass, man.
That was the whole starting of the OnlyFans.
Hey,
They knew what they were doing.
when the so-called black woman look at us as men, they don't think about us coming over here on boats and them being raped and stripped from their families and their kids being sold off. They don't remember that we came in here on that shit together, man. Now it's fuck us. When we was all on that fucking boat together, you was getting fucked and we was getting fucked too. And motherfucker, now we the problem? The fuck is that about, man? And a lot of you women are just fucking sellouts, man. You don't give a fuck about your people. It's all about you. You're selfish, man. And you're not gonna be able to be selfish because men are gonna take you. They're gonna take you and they're gonna have they feel with you. You know, and once they get through, they're gonna put a fucking bullet in your head. You might be laying next to your 3-year-old, 4-year-old getting raped too, man. Hey, these brutes are fucking about to come, man. Hey, the evil is about to come out of it, man. Man, watch Chicago, man. You watch Illinois. We mistake Chicago for the whole state of Illinois. These things are for the whole state of Illinois. Do you know that people that's bordering Illinois are gonna be grabbing up people and taking them over the fucking border and fucking them up? And saying I was in Illinois. This is not illegal in Illinois. Just like you niggas go and smoke weed over there because you can't smoke it in Indiana. You go into the dispensary when you show your license, it's an Indiana license. So that law don't apply. So motherfuckers from surrounding states gonna be grabbing their baby mama. They put them through hell. They're gonna put her in the trunk, take her to Illinois, and slit her fucking throat. You know, it's gonna get serious, man. Go ahead.
Okay. This Genesis 1 and we start at the top.
Three and one.
Yeah, it's like a 3. Start at the top. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath the power said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the tree of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the power has said, Ye shall not eat of it.
Yeah, that was the setup, because he brought the topic up. Hey, what did the Lord say about you eating that on these trees over here? To pique her curiosity. Yeah, and then she told him what the Lord said. So watch what he do. Watch what he gonna do to her. And this is the same thing that's happening now with this F and that fuck the family shit. Let the kids suffer. Fuck everybody. Fuck the kids. You know, if you don't try to successfully make a deal or work it out with the man that you let nut in you, you know, if you don't, then you are totally against family. Go ahead.
All right, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die.
Yeah, hey, these women are saying fuck us, okay? They're like fuck us. It's a war right now. With these women are at war with us, man. I'm talking about our women. They are fucking war with us, man. You know? Because it's easy to get into the mind of a woman. You see how easy it's gonna be real easy for him to get into this woman's mind. She not gonna have no fight in her. And it's the same thing now, man. It's easy for this motherfucker to get in your mind. Oh, you don't need them niggas. They ain't got no money. They ain't got shit. Motherfucker, we came over here on the same boat. You know? And it seemed like we only get along when everybody's getting fucking oppressed. When we was in slavery, when men was getting hung from trees and shit, women loved their men. But see, now you got liberty. See, you're not looking over and seeing Your homegirl raped and hung on a tree and shit. Yeah, they got pictures of women hanging in trees too. Google it. So let you know we came under the same oppression. Now you gonna let this man fucking run game on you and tell you that we the fucking problem. And you sucking right off into that shit, twerking all on cars. Ain't got no goddamn sense. Just a fucking animal. Twerking on cars talking about we fuck nigga free. Like you ain't a so-called Negro. You know? But hey, they're not paying attention. Look, read. He gonna go into it.
Yeah. Shit was that for? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for the power doeth know that in that day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods.
Yeah, so
Knowing,
he told her. He said, "Look, if you know the right between you, if you know the difference between good and evil, you're gonna be as a god." And which, to a certain extent, you know, he was right, but the you know that power, if the Lord, that power comes by obedience, okay, not by disobedience. You know, power like that comes from obedience. Us, Lord's willing, you know, we stay in this truth, and we obey the Lord. The Lord is gonna bless us with God-like abilities. You know, but the Lord said that to the men. I've said, ye are gods. But he'll tell this woman, look, you gonna get power. You gonna be like a god. And what is this woman thinking in her mind? Oh shit. I get to be over my husband, because I said that because she didn't go say, well, you know what? Let me talk to my husband about this. She made the conscious decision in her mind. I get to be over this nigga. I'm gonna be a god. Now he gonna do what I say. Be in subjection under this nigga. Fuck him. He ain't got no money. Go ahead, bro.
like verse 6, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eye, and the tree and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and
Yep.
gave unto.
She considered it in her mind. She premeditated. I'm gonna eat this fucking fruit. No, man, like I get to do what the fuck I want to do. Nuh-uh. No, it's over.
That was that philosophy of America.
Yep.
She'd go out and get her MBA, NA, BA, you know, and nursing and all of this shit, man. She can do her own thing, man. And now look what it got. You know what I'm saying? Shit, these women ain't getting no BAs and nothing no more. They becoming rich off fucking twerking, off anything basically, because you know this kingdom is set up for you.
Yeah, and the new hustle is women know that men, these love-starved men, you know, don't have nobody fighting for them. So now what they do is they put on the good woman hat and they go and say, y'all doing wrong to these men and y'all fucked up. And then they got a Patreon page getting paid like a motherfucker because men are supporting them. You know, men want the woman to support them, but the new run the game is
Get the support,
yeah,
to get the support without having a man.
do the opposite of hating them
Right.
and get their money and get on. Show them a little public support and say these women are fucked up a few times, so you can get a $2,000-$3,000. Men on there putting $100 on it, believing what these motherfucking women are saying. Some of them may be right, but a lot of them ain't fucking shit either. It's a hustle, man. Get you to send them $5 and $10. At the end of the day, this nigga that made $600-$700 off stroking your fucking ego, man. Go ahead, bro.
Gave also unto her.
I don't fucking believe it. I don't believe none of you motherfucking women is fighting for us. I don't fucking believe it. It's gonna take more than a few YouTube videos to make me believe that you motherfuckers have our best interests. Go ahead.
And gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat.
Yep.
and the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked.
Yep. Because you know what? He loved his wife. And, you know, he got sucked into that fucking trap. But baby, look, look. This is what I want, and blah blah blah. You know, we get to do what we want to do. Babe, don't you talk about doing what? Don't you want to go over that? You know, talked him into doing it. He got simple. You know,
And sewed fig leaves, together and made themselves aprons.
hey, and a lot of these women gonna talk their man into taking that trip too.
Yep.
Babe, the kids ain't got no food, babe. We gotta do something, yeah. And a lot of these men are gonna get fucking weak, man, and go and take that chip, man, and die. You know, was that it? That was it to that, man.
Yeah.
You know, you had a scripture.
Finish that limitation. He said, we have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doeth deliver us out of their hands. We got our bread with the perils of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Our skin is black, like an oven, because of the terrible famines. And they ravished the women of Zion and the maids of the city of Judah. Yeah, and that's about to happen again, man. They about to ravish these cities, you know, and with, like I said, because he done put all his propaganda and all his things, like I said earlier, all of this stuff has been put in position, has been economically designed for Jake's downfall. You know, and it's just like I said, the women are going to be the last to realize they think they're protected because this guy is what? He has put his covering cast over her eyes. She think, you know, and like the elder said, now they don't know what to think now that those laws been passed in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be all over the state, like you said. It's not just going to only be them. You know what I'm saying? It's all women. Yeah. It's going to take effect on all women, man. Yeah. You know, but Jake woman is gonna get it the worst, bro, because she believed. Yeah, the Edomite woman is shit jumping up on the Jake now. They always have been, man, because they knew every other. We used to always say this. Every other nation of women knew who we are, man, except our fucking women, man. Yeah. You know, he got a heavy casting on you motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, and you know, and we understand that, you know, hey, we had to feel how the Lord felt, man. You know, because every man, I don't know not one man that ain't had a woman that fucked off on him, you know, broke his heart, you know. But you think about it, that's exactly what we did to the Lord, man. You know, so we get to feel, we get the issue with that, man. If not several times over, you know. So I get it, you know, but at the same sense, you know, it's to the point now where you're being indoctrinated, and it's open. We notice it, we see it. They've got the woman king, and you know, women get a little visualization of power, and they just own a whole fucking trip, bro. Yeah. Now it's like, you know what? Fuck you, nigga. I don't give a fuck about this family. You got to pay everything, or I don't fucking need you. And it's like, damn, but family represent togetherness. Motherfucker, if I get low, you supposed to get up. Mm-hmm. If you get low, I'm supposed to get up. But now it's just like I said earlier, single women with husbands. You want a man to provide all these things for you, but just like, fuck this nigga. You know? Mm-hmm. And then this man you want this man to go broke and not be able to buy himself a pair of fucking drawers while you out taking trips and shit, getting your fucking hair done, buying $200-$300 purses and spending frivolously. You know? Mm-hmm. That's bullshit, man. You know, and a lot of you wasn't raised like that, but you know, you accepted this fucking philosophy that's being pushed on you. And this whole female empowerment, they behind the scenes and they do it on TV, and it's just obvious. This is female empowerment. Feminism, the takeover. Because everything got to be against the man, because the man is the link unto the Lord, man. Mm-hmm. The man is the man is the woman's salvation. Yeah. When you read about Noah and his salvation, what was his wife's name? You don't fucking know. Why? Because she got delivered because she was a good wife to that man. Mm-hmm. A lot of you women, you're not gonna be fucking delivered because you have horrible fucking wives and women, and and we can't take that kind of mindset into the kingdom. Fuck nigga free, and we trying to come together as a people, but we're gonna bring Miss Fuck nigga free in here. What the fuck?
I got something else in Zechariah.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Zechariah 14, and I'm starting to shoot. He said, "For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished."
Yep, and women go, hey, you gonna get raped. That mean raped.
Brutally.
You're gonna get brutally raped, man, and you gonna find out, man, you not fuck nigga free, cause you gonna be the fuck nigga. In that situation, you ain't got no protection. The Lord ain't nowhere in all your thoughts, man. And especially you women that leave men of the Lord, you through, man. You finished. Lord God, if you don't reconcile with that man and get back together, that's if he will take you back. Because a lot of these men are like, fuck you. Mm-hmm. Right, you think I'm Mr. Stupid Ass? I'm King Stupid Ass now? Take you back? But that, hey man, you're gonna see these watch. We got a few more months. I'm just sitting back. I'm glad the Lord's speeding up the time too. Cause I'm just sitting back. I'm waiting for all hell to break loose out there, man. It's gonna get fucking grimy, man. Y'all gonna see when these murderers, hey, get that in Jeremiah 4:30. Hey, when these murderers get set loose, hey, they got all kind of fucking Venezuelans from the prisons on the borders now. Man. Hey, you put that article in the group, man. Right, Speak about that a little bit.
Yeah. Hold on. I just wanted to pull that scripture up. Yeah, because that happened. That actually happened before. Like I said, man, there's nothing new. The scriptures are coming to pass at alarming rates, bro. Nothing's new up under the sun. This has happened once before. If you remember the movie Scarface, at the first beginning, matter of fact, I'm putting a video together for this. If you remember the movie Scarface, at the first beginning, and matter of fact, at the scene when he was dancing with the old boy's wife, she said, "Oh yeah, I thought you was a part of the Cuban crime wave." Man, that's what happened in the 80s, the 70, 78, 76 to the 80s. Castro actually emptied his prisons and dumped them out and sent all the Cubans, the unwanted Cubans, and the Cubans that didn't want to be there. He sent them to America, and that's when the drug thing started in the 80s in America. Well, it started a little bit before that, but when them Cubans came over here, man, they was fucking tearing shit. It was murders. I mean, you could go on YouTube and I got some clips that I'm gonna put on the video. You could go say, and the murders that was happening, they said the citizens was killing more people than the police was. It was that bad, So now, how much more now? How much more so now when Venezuela is kicking? And we got gangs now. Over there, they got the what? MS-13s, I forgot, I don't know all the gangs, man. But now you gonna dip them into the little fuck niggas in Chicago, bro, with all them guns.
That's bro. I was thinking that. I was like, man, them motherfuckers go to Chicago, bro.
It's gonna be all over, man.
Bro, I mean, you now you talking about, man, Issachar down in Mexico, bro.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother level of violence, bro. They will cut you to pieces, bro. They will slit your throat, pull your neck. Your tongue, push your tongue through your neck, man. How you hanging from the ceiling some fucking way. Hey, they skin people and have them hanging off the bridges in Mexico, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, in these Northern Kingdom countries, bro, people about to start getting fucked up out here, man. Seriously.
And they
And
do
guess
that.
what's gonna happen to women, man? You know, some big prison tatted up Venezuelan. You know, he don't even speak English. He don't even know what the
Yeah,
fuck you
you're
saying. He's
saying.
just gonna be ripping your clothes off and holding you with one hand, ripping your clothes off with the other while you scream and able to do nothing, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be all out, man. Hey, and like I said, and those Latin nations do that for a reason. They do those brutal mutilations to send signs to other gangs. So they gonna be all out. You know, they warriors, man. They fight with machetes, knives. You know, it's just gonna be some guns, but hey, man, it's gonna be brutal, man.
Yeah,
It's
a
gonna be
lot of them. A
brutal.
lot of them know how to use, are good at using machetes and shit.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Yeah.
bro, call on your help. I see me outside because the Lord about to, man, bro. The Lord about to humble some fucks, man. Hey man, we playing with a Lord that hates unrighteousness. This is fucking unrighteous, man. The woman being totally against the man, fuck nigga free, and writing songs about having abortions and shit, man. If you seeing rapping that shit, and you look horrible, man, and you make our people look fucking horrible, man. I'm not talking about all of y'all because there's some good women. It's some beautiful spirited women among our people, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not because this is the thing. A lot of women hear this and they so used to defending or taking up for women that the good women get sucked into that. You know, we're not talking about decent women that know how to fucking cook. If you know how to cook, you hitting on something.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women that can't boil an egg or fry one, you know, without setting a couple of fires. But you know, if you know how to cook, you pushing on something, man. But if your attitude is fucked up, you taking away.
But the women that's other than that, they know not to that they include
Yeah,
themselves in
it's
that
like they
stuff.
being held back
Yeah,
for the time,
yeah.
man.
And also because hey, you know, we men of the Lord, we read the scriptures. We know that there's plenty of women that's in the scriptures.
Yeah.
There was number of them out. There was some that were making the garments, you know, serving the men. Those are women that right back. So they not gonna include themselves in this, man. They know how harsh. You know, they know we use harsh language, man, to describe a nigga woman, man. We already know. But they already set apart, man. And you can't fake it this. You know, we see the rap shalom, brothers, sisters. We see them. Hey, but guess what? Your ass gonna get got, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And some of them be cool, man. I met some over on the east side that was cool. You know, they was cool, man. They wasn't getting on no funny shit.
All right.
You know?
Let me finish this up. It says the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off. Residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then shall the Lord.
Where you at?
Verse 4. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations as fought against the days about. Yeah, this is going to something else. But I'll just.
Did we already hit on this one? Jeremiah
Was that
4:30?
Jeremiah? Yeah, I think I did. I don't know. Let me see. I get it back. Well, I think I did. I got that. Jeremiah. No, I didn't. What was
4:30. We're gonna hit that one. You know, we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay. This is Jeremiah 4:30. He said, "And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do?"
This scripture is talking to the women of our people, man, the so-called Black, Latino, Native American, and all those that come from them, man. This is talking about you. We're like, when you are spoiled, what you gonna do, man? You know, when these men when they have to implement martial law, you got to think about this. The whole thing for the police is set up. It's set up for. Police keep shooting Jake. They making the police more and more untrustworthy. They're lowering their pensions, lowering their salaries. A lot of them are walking off the job, working warehouse jobs. You know, they're low in numbers. You know, when these crime waves come, the police ain't gonna be able to they gonna have the gas. Oh, they talking about going up on gas prices again. I saw that this morning.
Hey, because go ahead. That's my video.
Yeah,
Because hey, you know, and another reason why Venezuela is doing that, man, because don't you don't think they don't want no get back, man? And see and that's another thing, man. The Lord has stirred up all these other nations. These other nations hate this motherfucking place, man. hate this place. Biden had just took off. I put an article up yesterday. Biden just took Afghanistan off the. They was the number one ally outside of NATO, and he was gonna reinstate them just July. Then just 2 days ago he just recanted it back and said no, we're gonna take them off. So these other fucking nations fucking hate America, man. So they don't care. They wanna. The Lord is putting the spirit on them to further this hell on this place, man.
Yeah, because it's prophesied that all the nations are gonna turn their back on this place. You know, that them that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. You know. Yeah, bro. But yeah, finish reading that Bible.
All right, yeah. And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do?
Yeah, when you spoil, when somebody busts in your house and take your food, you know, when you helplessly sitting there with your little 380, bullets ran out, you know, hey, when they come for you, man, what you gonna do? Go ahead.
Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold.
Yeah, you got all these fucking clothes, and you got all whole clothes. Yeah. So when some shit break out, your ass gonna be walking around in yoga pants. Hey, you know what? And then they go, you got lawless society. You got everybody horny, and then all you got is whole clothes. Yoga pants and shit. Niggas gonna be after you, man. Go ahead.
Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting in vain, shalt thou make thyself fair.
Hey, you do all this shit, man, to make yourself beautiful, and that ain't gonna mean shit in the end.
Yep.
In vain shalt thou make thyself fair. That ain't gonna mean nothing. That ain't gonna mean nothing when these times get crazy out here. Go ahead.
Thy lovers will despise thee; they will seek thy life.
The so-called white man that gave you all this liberty, he gonna seek your life. He gonna fucking want to rape you and kill you. All of your exes that you fucked over, that you mistreated, that you cheated on, didn't give a fuck about. You just play the game with them. They're gonna be after your ass, baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? You put them on child support and fuck their homies. You know.
Dude just killed his kids and shit for a chick doing that shit.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, where he was at, but he put his kids on videotape, man. And murked them all. She was out walking the fucking dog. He murked all the kids and then himself.
See, man, they're gonna despise thee. Go ahead.
He said, 31. For I have heard a voice as of a woman in travail,
Mm-hmm.
and the anguish as of her that bringeth forth her firstborn child, first child.
That's you screaming on the ground, man. You destitute. Go ahead.
The voice of the daughter of Zion.
That's talking about our women, the so-called Black, Latino, Native American. He said the daughters of Zion. He singled you out because this shit is gonna hit you.
That bewildeth herself.
That means that you crying, you crying uncontrollably. Go ahead.
That spreadeth her hands, saying, "Woe is me now, for my soul is weary because of murders."
It's gonna be a bunch of murderers out here, man. And your girls, your home girls, you're gonna be going to check on them because they ain't answering the phone. You're gonna be finding their ass somewhere with their panties on their ankles, raped to death. You know? And you're going to be crying. You're going to be hurt. My girls, all these girls are telling you, man, fuck that nigga. You don't need that nigga. You know? Or you was telling, hey, fuck that nigga. You don't need that nigga. They're gonna be without him. And then what's going to happen is when these martial, if they have a blackout or something and they have to send troops in, oh, what do you think they're going to do? They find a nice little fine single woman. It's four horny men. They're going to rape the shit out of her, bro. She gonna have no protection. She gonna have nobody to fight for. You know, and you being set up now with all this shit. Men got to pay everything. Men are not dealing with that shit. Men are not dealing with it. You got to pay every fucking thing, bitch. What the fuck? You wasn't raised like that. And if you was, it was in a time where things were less expensive. Now everything is fucking up. Food is up. Gas is up. Taxes. The fucking price of housing is up. It takes two people to live now, motherfucker. You can't see that. He ain't got to making enough money. You know, you in the bed cold. You just cold and evil in the bed by yourself every night because he not making enough money. Motherfucker, he was helping your ass. And you know what? The thing y'all not gonna realize that how fucked up this situation is until lawlessness hits and people start doing what the fuck they want. You know? Go ahead.
All right, yeah, that was it on that.
Yeah, man. You got something to say?
Yeah. Yeah, I got some. This is Isaiah 3 and 24. He said, Isaiah 3 and 24. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent. Well, you know what? Shit, let me go back.
Hey,
some more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is Isaiah 3 and 17. Therefore, the Lord will smite with the scab. Is that the beginning? No, it's like it. Yeah, verse 3, Isaiah 3 and 16. Moreover, the Lord said, because thy daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkle with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will make discover their secret parts.
Yeah, the Lord took your hair, man. You know, it's hard for a lot of you to grow hair, man.
Well, that's gonna come back again because they gonna have them wigs and shit coming off. Your true self is gonna come back. Them curses that you've been trying to cover up all this time is gonna be revealed.
Ain't gonna be no makeup. You know, y'all don't know that makeup fuck your skin up, and then you have to use more makeup. Jake ain't figured that out yet. Fix your regular skin. Get some fucking aloe vera gel. What the fuck?
The hair is fucking them up too.
Yeah.
But I put up a video.
It's drying their hair out, making it unable to breathe.
It's drying it out, and a lot of that hair, those women in those countries sacrifice their hair as sacrifices, and when you cut that shit off, man, that shit is demonic, man. You fucking because the Haitians used to burn it when you cut your hair back up. Well, I don't know if it's a superstition or whatever, but my grandmother used to, when we cut our hair, they used to burn it. They like, look, that's somebody else. They get rid of that. Throw that shit in the trash. And here you go. They done put the shit and make the shit out. Put a cap on it. What is lace front or whatever? And then you wearing another fucking woman's hair that she sacrificed to her god and shit.
Yeah, and another thing, a lot of those wigs up on transportation, they get lice and shit, and they use chemicals. They use chemicals and shit to get the lice out, and then you got a chemicalized wig. Yeah, that's a word I made up. Chemicalized wig on, nigga. Stop it.
And that's the ones with that you call yourself. Oh, girl, this honey, what's called it? I forgot, milky silk or whatever the fuck. But that's the one that got the real hair. That's real hair, so it's still subject to that lice.
Yep, and it's a psychological thing and it's a spiritual thing. The reason why you don't feel beautiful is because you don't hold yourself out. And you feel guilt, the guilt of have hold yourself out and giving yourself to so many men. You gotta you on this chase to beautify yourself, man. When you was already beautiful, but you fucked up yourself, man. When you gave yourself to every fucking man that wanted you, you know. I can't get a man. Yeah, you took on too many spirits, you know. Yeah. But you know, it's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation for a lot of these women, man. But a lot of you women, you know to do right. You study to do wrong. You know you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be doing shit. I shouldn't be doing that. But you do it because it makes you feel empowered, and that feeling of empowerment, you're gonna have to pay for that in blood, man. Because you know what happens when the other people feel empowered. What happens when the people that you fucked over in your empowerment, when they get empowered, they come for you.
Come back, yeah, they back.
And men are gonna feel real fucking empowered when it's lawlessness. And guess who's not? You. You see the setup? Go ahead, bro.
Right, verse 18. And in that day the Lord will take away the bravery of thy tinkling
In
ornaments.
that day, we're in that day now.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord gonna take away the bravery of your hard walk and you're wearing sexy clothes, revealing clothes. Not sexy, but revealing, because that's not sexy to me. If
That's
you
right.
got your whole titty
Right.
meat out, I'm not gonna fuck with you.
Right.
You know, if I see that you're an attention seeker, I'm not gonna fuck with you because my attention won't be shit to you anyway. I'll just deal with you like a side piece, like but I won't get nothing serious with you because you don't have no respect. Go ahead.
Of thy tinkling ornaments about their feet and their crawls, and their round tires,
Like the moon.
like the moon,
Big ass hoop
hoop
earrings.
earrings. Yep. Verse 19, and the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers,
Bangles and all that
and
shit.
the bonnets and
Bonnets, you see that
bonnets.
shit a whole lot.
A whole lot. Hey, you know what? And that's a prophecy that came to pass. You just see women in bonnets back when my day. They weren't wearing them. They was wearing them back in the 1800s, and then they came back in fashionable style like in today.
Yeah. The other day I seen a woman with two of those articles on. She had bonnets and big ass hoop earrings.
Yeah, hoop earrings. Yep. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tambourines and the earrings and the rings of the nose jewels and the changeable suits.
You see a lot of women with nose jewelry on.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Changeable suits of apparel. You got all kind of clothes.
Yep, and the mantles and the wimples of the crispy pins and the glasses of fine linen. The glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink.
Yeah, and you know what? That's already happened with a woman that's giving herself to so many men in most cases. But it's gonna be a stink because you know why? If the power goes out, ain't gonna be no running water. Ain't gonna be no. And then if you come on your rag, it's gonna come a time where ain't gonna be no feminine products like that. Supply and demand is topsy turvy in this world we living in right now.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Here's another one came to pass. And instead of a girdle, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth. And that the woman's wearing them what you call them things, that they call them something, and put them things on shit, stomach, some shit.
No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name of it.
Right now. And the study well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girdle of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Thy men shall fall by thy sword, and thy mighty in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
You're gonna sit up on the ground, man.
Yep.
You're gonna be desolate because ain't gonna be nowhere to go. It's gonna be judgment, so much judgment going around you in every direction. It ain't gonna be nowhere to go.
Right.
It's gonna be toil, pain, travail. You're gonna have loss of children, loss of loved ones, loss of friends, And then after you done probably been gangbanged 4 or 5 times, then you ain't gonna be able to do nothing but sit on the ground and cry.
Mm-hmm.
And these women that's with these men of the Lord, you better hold on to them. You better fight Satan like a motherfucker because the time is short.
Better pray for that your husband.
Yeah, pray for your husband. Pray for your husband. You heard what he said. Pray for your husband, man. Don't give him no hell, man. The Lord might just be like, hey, right now the Lord is picking and choosing, man. And it's getting closer and closer to where death gonna start hitting people for making the wrong decisions, bro. I mean, straight up. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. With that, we give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honors to our apostles, a great millstone that rule with honor and with diligence. Honors to you brothers out there pushing this word, man. Shalom.
Shalom.